Good morning, student. We learn in this lesson of disaster management, storms, then earthquake, flood, fire, everything. Now, an effect of that disaster. Now we have to learn here remedial and preventive measures of that. Let us see what precautions we can take before or in the event of natural or man-made disaster. Keep watching TV and radio news and bulletins. Now, in Corona, there is in Mumbai, there is a lot of rain is there before 3 to 5 days, and that time you are always watching TV or radio news. Why? Because on TV you can see and you can know the condition of outside in Mumbai and outside of the house, where there's a heavy rain is there, where is a blockage of water and whatever you can know because of that news channels. And in lots of areas in Mumbai and Maharashtra, there were no light or electricity. Therefore, you have to keep your radio properly and your mobile should be charged properly. Because of that, you get every news or bulletin properly on time. Use battery operated radios and mobiles. Battery operated means chargeable batteries and cell and mobiles also. Heed the warning issues by the meteorological department carefully. Means whatever meteorological department given the warning you, just don't go inside the sea, don't go near the beach. Just this warning you have to listen carefully and follow this. Use the website www.imdgov.in. This website is very useful for us. This is government website. Whatever you want to know about this uh, floods, heavy rain, and any type of earthquake, you get the information on that website. Now, landslides occurs in hilly areas due to a cloudburst or a heavy rain. On such occasions, do not take shelter at the foot of a hill. Now, if you remember Malin village, yeah, you remember this Malin village in a Pune. This village totally destroyed because of landslide, and in that areas or cloudburst at Jharkhand. You know the Jharkhand? Yeah. At there cloudburst is happen and heavy rain is there. Because of that, you should not take any type of shelter at the foot of hill. Okay, you have to remember this. During the floods, do not linger in houses or areas on river banks. Seek shelter in other safe places. Move to a safer place at a greater height. Do not step into the water current or drive a vehicle into them. When during a flood, don't go inside the river or inside the house if there is a lot of water is there, and um, keep the shelter above height of level of river. Go to greater height and do not step into the water of current or drive vehicle into the current water. Now, during an earthquake, road spills open, the ground cracks, railway tracks get uprooted. Hence, when moving from one place to another, ensure that the road is safe further on. When earthquake is there, yes, Killari. You remember this Killari? In first part, we learn about Killari at Latur district. When earthquake is happen, that time roads spills open and grounds also crack. Railway tracks get uprooted. Because of that, you just ensure that road is safe for further on, or you have to travel on safe road. Take a shelter in relief camp as they provide medicines, food packets, drinking water, first aid, etc. Can you see here? Here is the one medical camp is there, and this medical camp they are given here shelter to relief camp like a medicine, food packages, and protect drinking water, first aid, whatever you need, you can get there at that camp. Now, to get protection from fire, use a fire extinguisher in the public places like schools, hospitals, railway stations, etc. You know the fire extinguisher? Yeah, this is the fire extinguisher. You always see red color, and on that written A, B, C, whatever words are there, these words given information about that fire extinguisher. We learn in the next time or next chapter about fire extinguisher, but you should know the fire extinguisher is using public places like a schools, hospital, railway station, etc. Then first aid. In a day-to-day life, sometimes we have to face disaster or accidents of varying proportions. On such occasions, it is necessary to give some immediate aid even before medical treatment becomes available. Now, external bleeding. External bleeding means if a person is bleeding, first make him to sit or lie down comfortably. Keep the bleeding part of the body above the level of the hurt and clean it with water. Bleeding. If bleeding is there, just keep him lie down comfortably or sit comfortably. Then this bleeding part you have to wash properly or clean with water. Then burns and scalds. You know that burns and scalds, it's minor burns and serious burns. There are two types of burns are there: burns and scalds. Minor burns, the injured part. Burns, scalds, in that minor burns, serious burns. The injured part should be washed with water or held under water. Give the victim water to drink. Clean the wounds using a cotton swab. Soak in antiseptic solution. Do not apply oily ointments. Cover the wound using dry dressing. When you see the minor ones, minor means you can do the home remedies, just using like a water, uh, cold water on that part, then give the water for drink to this victim, then clean this wound using a cotton swab and soak in antiseptic solution, and do not apply oily ointments on that part, and using dry dressing. Then serious burns. Serious means when the where major part is having this serious. Then give emotional support is emotional support to him. Then cover the wound with a sterilized cloth. Remove the jewelry, shoes, etc. if easily possible. Do not touch or burst the blisters on the skin. Do not apply oily ointments. Do not try to remove the cloth if it is stuck to the burnt skin. If the patient is conscious, give water to drink but avoid tea or coffee or other stimulating drinks. Get medical aid at once. Serious burns. When the serious burns has happened, that time give first of all give emotional support. Okay, and cover the wound with sterilized cloth. Then remove the jewelry, shoes, tie, whatever is wearing, remove the properly. Do not touch the blisters on the skins. Everything same as like a minor burns. Then next one is a sunstroke. Do you know the sunstroke? In India there is a sunstroke problem. It's every year happen in the summer. Now, when we work in the sun continuously for a long time, the body lose a lot of water and minerals. That is a reason of the sunstroke. Reason for the sunstroke. Now, remedial for sunstroke. What is a remedial? Take a patient to a cool place or in the shade. In the shade means like a tree shade and cool place. Sponge the whole body with the cold water and give him cold water for drink and sponge the body with cold water. Place a cloth soak in a cold water on the neck and cold water soak cloth place on the neck on his neck. Give plenty of water or liquid like a sherbet to drink, and this person give the plenty of water or sherbets to drink, like a lemon juice. Then, if the patient feels like vomiting, make him lie prone, that is, on his or her abdomen with the head turned to one side, like that. If you can see, this patient feels like a vomiting. This is patient, he feels like a vomiting. Then you have to keep this like that, one side face, and get medical help or ship the patient to hospital. Now, snake bite. Do you know there are nearly 2000 species of snakes are there. Of these, only a few like a cobra, kraits, vipers and sea snakes are poisonous. There are 2000 species. Out of that, cobra, kraits, vipers and sea snakes are poisonous. Therefore, all snake bites are not a fatal. However, fear causes psychological shock which can result in a death. Snake bite is not a fatal, but fear of that snake bite, psychological shock is there, and because of that, result is the death is there. If you come across a snake, contact Sarpamitra rather than killing the snake at once. If you find any snake is there, just call the Sarpamitra rather than killing them. Just don't kill the snakes. What can you do if the snake bite is there? You can see here snake bite like that. Two uh, points are there. These are the snake bite. Wash the wound with water. This wound you should wash with water. Then give emotional support to patient. Emotional support is most important in any remedial. Give them emotional support. Tie a cloth tightly above the wound. Tie a cloth tightly above the wound. This is the wound, and you have to tie a cloth above this wound. You can see here the wound. This is the wound. This is the wound, and tie a cloth like that. Okay. Then after that, get immediate medical help to him. Then remedial measures. Dog bite. Fifth one is a dog bite. In a dog bite, there is a risk of infection through the blood. Hence, the first aid and medical help are necessary. Now, wash the wound with the solution of potassium permanganate or other antiseptic. Wash this wound. If a dog bite is there, wash this wound with the help of potassium permanganate or other antiseptic solution. Cover the wound with a clean and dry cloth and get a doctor help and injection of the anti-rabies vaccine. And after this, you just listen proper this video. Then you have to solve the question answers below the lessons. Thank you.